brothers.
Boy, I come here to get busy, and it won't be no different from all the previous killers. I don't miss with this, rap tighter than a Nike shoebox with socks is a Christmas gift. Can't swap a verse with me, I'm a saint till I ain't. Then somehow you shank with a fleur-de-lis. I don't need an army to arm me in me unless it's plenty. Don't care who do this or did it, I'm still gonna do my did it, coming with it. My people love me cause that's what I give them. Yeah, I bump heads with them, but a bust yours for playing with them. I cut the line to get in front of who you thought was next. I'm usually humble about this, but this ain't the time for that. So as long as these rappers know it ain't safe trying to try me, then hey, les éléments en brûlés. You must not know I get out. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. Stop playing with me.
All these Bucks fans in here, I'm a little jealous. I don't wanna...
All right, y'all. Welcome to Hanging with July and Will. We got a couple of special guests on the show. We got my dog John Rich. We got Justin Jackson. We got James Coaching Ball, and we got the Garden Father Deep South. We're just gonna go ahead and go over this conference championship games. We're gonna talk about what's next with the Packers and Saints, and we're not gonna give our picks for the Super Bowl, but we're just gonna preview it a little bit. So the first topic, we're gonna talk about the game between Tampa Bay and Green Bay. It was 31-36 final score. Tom Brady had a great, amazing first half, and then Rodgers had a pretty good second half. But I'm gonna start off with you first, Sal. What's your thoughts on that game?
Well, going to the game, we was worried about Aaron Rodgers. That was our main concern, and I feel like he still had a good game, but our defense normally does. It makes splash plays, and we kept sacking them. We had five sacks a game. Packers got pretty good offensive line, so that was pretty good. The thing I keep stressing about is Vita Vea. He was a huge difference.
The new Verizon Business Unlimited plans. Get phone nationwide. Plus, massive data. Plus,
my dude ad plugging. I like it.
Yeah, you got a little ad going on.
That's an ad from Sports Center. Okay, that shit out.
How?
Okay, my bad. But back to Vita Vea. He was a huge difference in this game. He collapsed the pocket the whole game. That's how Shaq Barrett and JPP, they was able to get off all game because of the middle holding it down with Vita Vea and Stu. So I think seeing Vita Vea what he did in those 30 snaps, that's what I took away most from the game. I kind of figured we would win based on our defense as far as Aaron Jones. He doesn't like thinness. That's a fact. Like we always give him problems. Same way with Kamara. Like we got athletic linebackers that kind of control the run game and try to control pass the game to running back. So but the biggest thing I took away from the game is our defense, and I think our defense is going to be ready for next week.
All right. I'm going to holler at you next, John Rich. What's your thoughts about the game?
Man, I'm going to piggyback off of Sap, man, kind of what we said. Vita Vea made a big difference, I think, as far as freeing up Pierre-Paul and Barrett on the rush. I was saying Barrett got to rush the entire game, and he ain't have to drop back in zone, which is not what we want him doing at all. Another thing I'll pull away is I actually think the Packers outplayed the Bucs throughout the entire game. The Bucs made big plays, even on offense. You had Scotty Miller with the touchdown right before halftime. You had Fournette with that crazy run. You had Godwin with the long catches he caught. Outside of them plays, man, it was a shaky game. We just made big plays and big stops whenever we needed to at the right time, and it just worked out for us. So I mean, it was definitely one of them games where we had a lead, but I was on pins and needles the whole time because I saw it the whole time. Like, man, we really kind of getting lucky. I ain't gonna say lucky, but we making the right play at the right time, but we not really being consistent right now. And you saw in the second half when the offense started making those plays, Green Bay shut their lead up real quick. Then the defense started making plays. So it was kind of like a basketball game, kind of, man. It was like a game of runs. Whoever make the big play at the right time is gonna be the one that win the game. And hey, I was happy the Bucs was the ones to do that.
My thoughts on it. I mean, I think the defense The defense played pretty good. I'm talking about the Packers. They played pretty good except for that one touchdown right before half. I mean, that was a dagger. But you know what I'm saying? The second half, we come out, get the ball. Aaron Jones fumbled. Y'all get the ball, easy touchdown. So our offense gave y'all that touchdown, but y'all only touchdown of the second half.
Yeah.
Our offense gave that to y'all. Our defense gave us 3 extra possessions with three interceptions, and we only turned that into 3 points. So that's why I said to the group, the defense absolutely played well enough for us to win that game. Like they could blame that touchdown at the. I mean, things shit like that happens, but our defense actually played well enough for us to win that game. Our offense, if you're only producing 3 points off of 3 Tom Brady interceptions, I mean, how often does Tom Brady throw 3 interceptions? Like how often does that happen? You got to cash in on that. That's why I say I put this L on Aaron Rodgers because you get all the glory when we win. When the offense don't score, you're gonna get the fault. That it is what it is. You're gonna get the fault. When the offense don't score, you're gonna get the fault. I want to hear from you next, Justin Jackson.
My thoughts on the game is just I appreciate Kevin King and all his sacrifices. I think I really enjoyed his efforts. I appreciate it. I want to thank Aaron Rodgers for deciding that he was slow for a day and deciding to not sprint to the end zone. I appreciate that as well. I appreciate Kevin Stefanski trouble at math and not noticing that he was down 8 instead of 3, so the field goal didn't help him. I appreciate that as well. But other than that, you guys played a great game. You know, Packers forced Brady into 3 picks. Fournette decided he wanted to go to the wrong side of the formation on the block. Almost got Brady killed. He panicked, threw a pick. Packers played a great game. Aaron Rodgers' raw numbers looked great, but watching the game didn't really flow well. Like you said, didn't capitalize on pretty much any other turnovers. And to be honest, the defense folded when the defense had to fold. Kevin King let Scotty Miller run by him. Scotty Miller's only doing a single route. He's going deep. If he's in the game, he's going deep. Every time. Like, I don't even know why you looked and he's going deep.
Hey, yes, it's a fast white dude, man.
That dude fast.
He's going enough screenplay every now and then, but he's going every time.
He's going deep. If he goes past 2 yards, he's trying to run to the goalpost immediately. The defensive coordinator, I appreciate his efforts too. Good job. And all honesty, the Packers just didn't capitalize on the Bucs' mistakes when they made them. And like y'all was saying, the Bucs didn't really have control of the game. They just made big plays when they had to. Like Fournette with that crazy spin move. He thought he was at LSU for a second. It was just all around. Packers should have won. Off raw numbers, they should have won, but that's not how football works. So the Bucs is the victor.
All right, Coach. I want to hear from you last, Coach. What you got to say about the game?
I'm gonna piggyback off my guy Justin. This game was lost by the Green Bay Packers coaching staff. First of all, before halftime, why are you pressing one of the fastest guys on the field with Kevin King?
And then playing inside leverage. What are you
inside leverage on with 6 seconds left to go, 9 seconds left to go in the half. Secondly, Stefanski got away from his own game plan. When the game was going on in our chat low, I was saying, damn, that's what I'm talking about, throwing quick passes. They had the screen game working. Devontae Adams was getting yards after the catch. They was really doing the thing. In the second half, they went to a more vertical passing game, which played right into the Bucs' hands. They started playing quarter coverage and sitting on everything deep. The commentators were showing how the safeties was playing 15 yards off the ball and barely at the snap. They was taking away everything vertical, and yet they kept calling
still vertical trying to attack the vertical.
You're down 8, you're inside the 10, and you kick a field goal and get a ball back to Tom Brady instead of going for it. Now, I will say Aaron Rodgers did an Aaron Rodgers thing. He could have ran for the end zone and got the touchdown. Not saying they'd have got the 2-point conversion, but he had a chance.
I don't think he would have got the
I don't think he would have made
it. I think he would have got inside the 5.
Hey, Devin White was on the goal line. I don't think he would have got
the touchdown.
Okay, let's go to that third down play. If he gets inside the 5, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers inside the 5 or Aaron Rodgers trying from the outside the 10?
Now that I'm with you on. If he could have got 5 yards out of it,
he could
have got him inside the 2, and then after that, again, even if you get stopped, you got to make Brady go 98 yards. But I think Stefanski got away from his game plan.
LaFleur.
The D coordinator should be looking for a job right now because I'm sorry, why are you pressing Scotty Miller at the end of the half? But
Kevin King should also be looking for a job. That's just
exactly.
He ain't going
Hats
to.
off to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady, man. Even though he had a pretty bad second half, they found a way to win when it counted, man. Welcome back to the Super Bowl.
I want to ask Sap something. I want to ask Sap something right quick. Hey, Sap, every time the last couple of every time I watch the Bucs play, every time a good corner get on Mike Evans, like he disappeared. Like what's going on with that? Like when Jair got on him, like it was no him the rest of the game.
I mean, he still had 3 catches, 51 yards. He didn't have a bad game, but we spread it out a lot. Like we don't have Mike Evans didn't have high targets this year. It's more balanced, more we got tight ends, we got a lot of receivers. I don't expect Mike Evans to have huge games, but he had them timely catches. That's what he does. But he's not gonna have
a question. I have a question, July. Did anybody see Adams in the second half, or did he not play? Or
Adams. He was, as a matter of fact, the whole playoffs. Adams was just all right. Like he was just all right. The same for Mike Evans. Like once Jair got on Mike Evans, I don't remember Mike Evans having a catch. He maybe had one. I don't know. But once Jair, because I was screaming on the game thread. I like, man, let Jair follow Evans. And after that, Jair had more catches than him.
He had him that kick too.
Hey, the thing I want to say about Mike Evans, and it's something I've been telling dudes all year. He actually not the type of receiver Brady would succeed with, in my opinion. His skill set and Brady's arm and Arians' scheme just don't really gel together. As big as he is, he ain't really that fast. So he not gonna create a lot of separation with dudes. And the way Brady arm is now with that vertical scheme is almost feel for you. And that's what's gonna open up all them dudes underneath, especially with the tight ends we put on the field and all that. But now you see when he get in the red zone, he gonna go get it though. And put that ball there for him. He unstoppable in the red zone, but in the green zone, in the middle of the field, and all that, he ain't really. I mean, he's an elite receiver, so he gonna be good. He gonna do his thing, but as we see Godwin and all them other cats, I think suit what Brady does more than him. I mean, he not gonna run the little short, quick routes for you. Medium routes, he'll run something going outside, but he not gonna run like those crosses and all those other stuff that Brady is really good. He not a middle of the field threat type guy. He's an outside the numbers dude, and that's not really Brady. You know what I'm saying? So I think it go more to that. When he was Winston trying to put that thing out there. So
30 interceptions. He definitely put it out there.
He's gonna give somebody a chance to catch the ball.
Somebody will catch it.
Okay, who it is? Somebody gonna get it.
Somebody gonna get up catch.
I'll say this though. Our most important receiver is Chris Godwin.
Hell yeah.
I'll say that any day.
Yeah.
He our most important receiver. He does a lot.
He needs to find some hands.
He really been all right these playoffs too. He had a lot of drops this playoffs, man. It's crazy because he only dropped
hands turn to stone.
I don't know what's going on with the finger or what, but he's been dropping a lot.
I mean, I can't say it's the finger because he dropped a slant and then catch it over a safety in the hole.
That's been the career of Chris Godwin. I would drop easy shit, but if you ask me to do some amazing shit, I got you.
Because that was a horrible pass decision. Like, safety ain't go nowhere.
It was terrible. It was one fucking on
What y'all think is next for the Green Bay Packers? I'm gonna start with you first, Coach and Ball.
Green Bay is in a weird situation, man. I just jot some figures down. They $31 million over the cap, and Aaron Rodgers talking about he want more money. You have $53 million between Bakhtiari, Adams, and Zadarius. So you have to make a decision here. If you convert all of their guaranteed money to signing bonuses, that will free up about $15 to $20 million in cap. but that's still not enough to do what you want to do this offseason. So they have to make a big time decision. Either somebody's not coming back, or you're gonna have to let Aaron Rodgers walk. So their back is against the wall. But again, I wouldn't make too many wholesale changes in their position, because again, I can see them running the same thing back. They're in a very winnable division. Aaron Rodgers still has a 2 or 3 great years left in him, but they're in a conundrum, man. 30 million under the over the cap, and this is gonna be one of them free agencies where a lot of people, a lot of pieces will be moving around. There's gonna be a chance to really retool your offense. But most thing that they need to find is a consistent running game, bro. Aaron Jones showed that he's not that guy. He can have flashes, he's gonna have games, but he's not that guy. So that would be my focus in free agency.
Let me respond to that. Aaron Jones. I mean, I was happy to have him these past couple of years, but he played his last game in Green Bay. Uh, at first, I was skeptical when we drafted AJ Dillon, but the times we did let him play, even those couple of runs against Tampa Bay, there was some good hard running.
Good
I
hard
like
running.
AJ Dillon a lot. I like AJ Dillon.
That was some good hard running. And y'all seen this nigga legs is like huge.
Tree
Bro,
trunk.
that dude lays like refrigerator.
Yeah.
Like he big on
Like,
Madden. That's how you know you big.
Aaron Rodgers, did he ask for more money or did he ask for a contract extension?
He asked for a new contract, which in quarterback speak might as well be, I want my bread. So figure it out.
And he made $34 million this year. So if he wants a new deal, he's looking for 3 for 90, 4 for 110, something in that range.
He might be looking for more than that, because if you look at guys like,
I'm
if you look at guys like Lamar, Deshaun,
do y'all think he deserved that? Because I do.
Yeah,
I think I do.
Hand Aaron Rodgers a checkbook, tell him, you figure it out, and we'll go around that.
Whatever number your hand get right, he deserved that.
All right, Justin, what you think was next for the Green Bay Packers?
Hearing those figures out of coach wasn't great. I mean, it ain't the Saints bad, but it ain't great, especially with Rodgers needing more money or wanting more money, and he's like a spoiled child, so he don't get what he want. He gonna make it known he didn't get what he want. Aaron Jones is out the door, like you said. That's probably smart for both sides. Honestly, your division is very winnable because your quarterbacks are Kirk Cousins, whoever the Lions are gonna draft, and I don't know what the 14-year division is.
Trubisky.
Oh yeah, I could have gone and left that one out. But in terms of what y'all need, that Trubisky, Jesus Christ. In terms of what y'all need to do, you need to get a run game because Rodgers getting older. You saw with Brady, he benefited a lot more when Tampa finally decided to run the ball more than 5 times. You need another receiver opposite of Devontae Adams. I like MVS, but he's really just tall and fast. He's like anti-Mike Evans. It's like he's just tall and fast with not great hands. And I would try to get another linebacker. Your linebackers didn't really pop in any of the games I've seen, so I'd go there. But other than that, pretty much bring the team back and go at it again.
And responding to that, we did draft. I mean, not draft. We did pick up a number 2 receiver, but y'all probably forgot about him because he sat out for the COVID. Devin Funches.
What?
But he's
we forgot about him.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was playing with the Packers on Madden, and I thought it was a glitch. He was on the team because I was like, "Dude, Devin Funches played for the Packers." Like,
that's a no.
I'm not joking. I was like, Devin Funches. It's weird. Like,
all right, Sap. I want to hear from you next. What's next for the Packers?
Yeah, that $31 million. That's gonna be bad. I'm pretty sure one of the Smith brothers is gonna be gone.
I think they're looking at Preston Smith to release him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be gone. Isn't Lazard up for contract, something like that?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I think I heard.
If Lazard up, y'all in trouble.
Yeah, I can see y'all cutting a lot of people, a lot of fat off. Y'all gonna have to draft good or something. I would say get Rodgers another weapon. Pretty good receiving class. I don't know what they'll get. You know, what I got the 30th pick, 29th.
29.
It should be 29.
Yeah, so I say, you know, you're gonna have to cut a lot of players. So you need to give them another weapon. You know, I pick it back, get another linebacker. But it's gonna be tough to see what the Packers do next year, man, because we don't know what they look like right now because they got to cut so many players. It's gonna be a tough one. You might have to let Aaron Rodgers walk, man. I don't know. Start rebuilding. You did drop the quarterback first round.
He
not
got another couple years in the hibernation chamber before he come out.
When we let Brett Favre go, Rodgers hadn't said 3 years, and Brett Favre, you know, he was in the middle of is he gonna retire? Is he not gonna retire? You know, Rodgers, he's still playing at MVP level. Ain't no way we let him walk.
Yeah, I mean he's playing at that level, but can you give him a better team next year than what you gave him this year?
And unless you hit on draft picks, I don't see it.
You know, being a Tampa Bay fan, you don't want to start over because you don't know when you're gonna get back to being a contender.
I think by using that first round pick on a quarterback last year, that's a weapon that you took away at a rookie salary. I mean, you're not gonna be able to get no more weapons because you $30 million over the cap. So what are you gonna do?
I guess I gotta start working out to help Rodgers out. Get my hands right.
Last year, I thought we were going to trade up with Justin Jefferson. Last year, I thought that's what we was going to do. When they said Justin Jefferson got picked a couple of spots before our pick, I thought we was going to trade up and get him. But
just think if y'all would have had Justin Jefferson.
Man,
pair with Adam.
You would have been in a good spot to lose a little bit closer. That's crazy.
Oh, but I think it would have been a lot better. A lot better.
John Rich, I didn't hear from you yet, huh? Did I?
Nah. So
he don't give a damn.
The Packers need to try to do as little as possible. They need to try to keep as much of the pieces they got. They were one possession away, one bad decision away from going to the Super Bowl. Technically, you gotta say. So I wouldn't try to do too much in the sake of salary cap. You know what I'm saying? That's Green Bay. They pockets deep. They get paid luxury tax. They kind of and winning brings money, so you'll be all right in that case. And I think the top teams recognize that. You see the teams that win all the time, they stay over the luxury tax. You know what I'm saying? But they know winning brings money in, so we ain't tripping. So I think they definitely need to keep as much as they can keep. Yeah, some people gonna have to go just cause. I mean, that's just how the game works. Rodgers definitely can't go. If they let go of Rodgers, you might as well let go of everybody good and just rebuild from scratch. Because you know what I'm saying? Because however long left Devontae Adams got on his contract, as soon as that's out, he gone. He ain't staying. He going somewhere else. And I mean, you know, losing key pieces can hurt a team. Losing a quarterback can kill a franchise, and we just saw that with the Patriots. They lost the quarterback.
You ain't have to bring us up.
I mean,
you could have said a lot of different people.
That's the single most important position in all of team sports. And you let an MVP walk because of money, you actually in the doghouse for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a quarterback that don't nobody know if he's ready or not. I don't even think he was the backup quarterback this year. They had the other
He wasn't. He didn't dress for most of the year.
Yeah, so it's like this dude don't know nothing right now. There's like a red shirt freshman. You know what I'm saying? At a swag school. You know, like he ain't coming with nothing to the table. So you definitely got to keep Rodgers, and if you're gonna move other pieces around, like you said, one of the Smith brothers probably gonna have to go. Aaron Jones can go because running back is one of the most replaceable positions. You know what I'm saying? And you already got I forgot his name already.
AJ Dillon.
Yeah, that Dillon. You got Dillon, who I didn't watch most Packers this year, but when I saw him play against us, I was like, God damn, this motherfucker, man. Like, like that dude run hard, but that dude drug like 5 people, man. That dude run hard, man. So definitely you want to keep as much as that team you had intact, because that was a good team, man. I mean, Chiefs was the best team this year. Packers probably second best all year. So you definitely want to blow up the ship.
I'm gonna stick with you on the next topic, John Rich. What's next? What you think is next for the New Orleans Saints?
We know first thing first what the Saints need to do. As much as it might pain New Orleans to say it, but yeah, Breeze got to go. Which he's probably gonna be on his own doing. He'll probably retire. But especially after cooking that skillet of blue runner red beans, he definitely got to go now. If y'all saw that on Instagram,
yeah.
he got to go. And he ain't even put no seasoning in it. You gonna put blue runner? At least put some seasoning in that thing.
He put one bay leaf.
right in the middle. But yeah, I mean, you know, Breeze gone, and they're gonna have to make the decision on Taysom or Winston. History shows they probably gonna ride with Taysom. Whatever, it ain't my team. I hope they do. But yeah, they definitely the Saints in an interesting spot, man. They in an interesting spot because losing Breeze, it's kind of like the Patriots, man. You losing, a decade and some change of stability. Of you don't have to worry about this position and this
I
is
need
your
you to stop bringing us up.
position.
Thanks.
I mean, Sean Payton probably didn't have to even show up to practice in games, and Breeze could have ran that offense. You know what I'm saying? Like you're so familiar with it, and losing that stability, and then going to a different skill set as well. Like Taysom Hill not making the throws Drew Brees makes. It's this two completely different people. Winston, he didn't get eye surgery, but he ain't get brain surgery yet. So, he's still gonna do some Winston stuff. Uh, so I mean, it's gonna be interesting for him. Do they just let Breeze go and try to build with the cap that frees up, or do they kind of restructure the whole team to base them around who the next quarterback will be? You know what I'm saying? Because the team they've been building been based around what Breeze can do. You know what I'm saying? And then now Breeze shoulder fell off the face of the earth, and it just went nuts. But so I mean, it's definitely gonna be off. It's definitely gonna be interesting. I think what they should do is try to keep their defense intact as much as possible. And if you restructure something, tweak with the offense because it's gonna be tweaked anyway because you're losing your quarterback. But I mean, surprisingly, the Saints had a solid defense. I mean, I would definitely focus on keeping my defense. And like I said, we got to move pieces around and with Cap and all that other mess, do it on the offensive side of the ball. Because it's gonna be a different look anyway. So let's try to restructure our pieces to match the look that we're trying to get anyway.
All right, Justin, I want to hear from you next. What's next for the Saints?
All right. So first, prayers. They have a very appropriate name because prayers are necessary. You need to call all the saints they know. I know they're real cool with the Catholic people down there. They need to call on them because they're gonna need their help too. I know Coach has the numbers because he was talking about it earlier in the group. But I have literally never seen a contract situation this bad in my life. Like, this is horrible. Like, the consistent number at the moment is 100 million. How in the world are you $100 million over cap? How did you 104? How did you legally get allowed to go $104 million over a salary cap? Even in the NBA, you can't do that. And they got like luxury taxes, exceptions. They got all kinds of stuff to go over the cap. In the NBA, they like, okay, at a certain point, you got to chill. They are $104 million over the cap. They could trade Michael Thomas, let Drew Brees walk, get rid of Ramczyk, trade Cam Jordan, let Trey Henderson walk, get rid of Malcolm Jenkins, and cut Marshawn Lattimore, and still probably be $8 million over. 8 or 6 or 8. I did it this morning. So at this point, you might as well just pray and chill with 2-14 and just be happy about it. Like I there's literally no other way to go about this. You can restructure everybody. I don't know if Gail Benson's prepared to give out $40 million in bonus money. I don't know what you can do, but this is bad. Like the Patriots were in a bad spot. We ended up 7-9 because we got Bill. I don't know what they about to do. Tampa's not going anywhere. Carolina's gonna be better. Atlanta can't get worse in theory.
They can't.
I hope not. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, it's feeling like the ain'ts all over again. I don't know how you get out of this one.
Yeah. That's a lot. Dartez, let me hear from you next, bro.
Yeah, since you said it had the numbers, I was playing with it. Mickey Loomis, pay attention. Just Drew Brees and Michael Thomas count for $55 million in cap money. If you throw in Cam Jordan's $19 million salary, those three players alone account for $74 million in cap. So if you were to tell Drew Brees, hey, look, we're not offering you a contract, which they should do. Mickey Loomis should just say, hey, this is where we part ways. If you trade Michael Thomas and trade Cam Jordan, you would still be $30 million over the cap room. Taysom Hill makes $16 million as a backup quarterback. Janoris Jenkins makes $14 million next year, and Quan Alexander. Those three players account for $43 million in cap. So if you were to get rid of those six players, you would just be $12 million under the cap. That right there is embarrassing. I read where Pro Football Focus, one GM, when they asked him about the Saints cap number, he says, and I quote, I don't know how the NFL allowed them to structure those contracts in that way. $104 million has never been done in NFL history. They would have to cut those six guys and restructure a few more guys just to get up to about the $20 million mark. The best thing for the Saints to do is have a fire sale. Tell Breeze, thank you. We're gonna see you later. Try to package Michael Thomas and Cam Jordan and Taysom Hill and hope the Houston Texans are still smoking good weed and senior Deshaun Watson. But it's not looking good, man. I hate to tell Saints fan, but Taysom Hill is not the quarterback of the future.
Not at all.
So you just gonna have to bottom out for a couple years, be happy with 2-14, and see what the 2024 draft has for you. Because I have never seen anything like this. Usually in the NFL, there's ways to go around it where you can turn around and convert money to bonus money. But by my calculations, the Saints would have to convert close to $80 million in bonus money just to be $15 million over the cap. And I don't think the Bensons are going to swallow that. So, man,
I
it's
don't
going to
think
be.
Gail Benson about that life.
Yeah, she's not about that. She's not about that.
But the craziest part about that is like even if you because it's so much guaranteed money like in Michael Thomas or Cam Jordan, even if you trade it, it cap excels. So you still have to figure out a way to get under the cap accelerations too.
Only good part about it, your cash acceleration accounts for your next season if you do it in the off
That's true
season.
too.
That's the only
That's true
good
too.
part. So you could package Michael Thomas, Taysom Hill, Janoris Jenkins, Quan Alexander, and a couple draft picks, and
Or they
just
can cut
hope.
Quan.
Yeah,
They can
just
cut Quan straight up.
and you just gotta hope that the general manager for the Texans is still smoking that good shit and send you for send Deshaun Watson your way. That's your only hope.
They better call
That's
Detroit. They
that's
close like
literally
biting
your hope.
kneecaps. They better call Detroit.
Yeah.
All right, Sal, what you think what's next for the Saints?
Rebuild, man. That's the only thing you can do. You got to cut a lot of people. What we said, 104 million.
104. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mistaken. What Michael Thomas got 18 cap hit if you trade him.
19.2.
If you trade him in a cap excel, so it'll bring all of his guaranteed money forward.
Yep. 19.2 to be exact for next year.
That's why the Eagles stuck with Carson Wentz because it'll cap excel his $60-some million forward.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's the same with Cam Jordan and Taysom Hill got a $10 million contract that you got him for.
16. It's 16.
Oh, my God.
It's
guaranteed.
16. It's guaranteed 16 too. So it's not like they can finesse it.
How can you even resign Winston? With what money? He's not
exactly.
You don't have it.
You're gonna have to take a vet minimum.
You doing it?
The Saints are $104 million over 175 salary cap. They almost are over the salary cap with the salary cap. Well,
Jameis Winston threw the best pass in the playoffs for the Saints.
He did. They told that play, but he did.
To keep it short, the Saints about to just replace the Bucks what they've been for the past couple of years. Go ahead and go to the bottom of the NFC South.
It's gonna be bad.
Bro, I've never
going straight to my group text to all my partners because they all Saints fans, and I've been having to take it for the last 7-8 years. So hey, the table's about to flip.
I've never.
We're gonna be dealing with the same issue too with Cap. But
our cap is not bad though. We still
y'all cap decent
under.
enough.
We're 32 million under for next year.
Y'all front loaded a lot of money. Y'all gave a lot of people signing bonuses and regular base salaries.
Yeah,
y'all actually did pretty smart by y'all salary cap. Y'all front loaded like hell.
Yeah. So we but
the Saints are insane.
Be bad.
Like
everyone's saying Mickey Loomis know what to do. What he gonna
do? Get out of this one.
Push it forward.
It's almost to the point they might just want to take their lick and just stay
at some point.
Right. You can't kick that can down the road.
Yeah, I just feel bad. I just feel bad for Sean Payton because for the next 3 years, pull Alvin Kamara. He
about to die.
He
about to die. Alvin Kamara about to call Derrick Henry and be like, "How you keep taking these hits? I need to learn how to do it." I'm about to die.
He be like that.
A running back.
I'm about to die.
Right, you had to be a real running back now.
Hey, this is the sad part. The Saints have $12 million tied up to a backup tackle.
Oh yeah. That swing tackle they keep around because the boy kept getting hurt.
They have $12 million tied up to a backup.
The left tackle, I can't think of his name right now, but he kept getting hurt. So they made sure they kept him around because he's a swing tackle.
Pete from Stanford.
Pete, yep.
He's due $12 million guaranteed dollars on next season, and he watches the game more than I do.
he be in film the whole time.
Oh man.
So the question is was it worth it?
No.
Yes.
Because
if they would have won,
for the first 30 years of the franchise. No, for the first 30 years of the Saints franchise, well, for the first 50 years of the Saints franchise, they were the Aints. People couldn't give away those tickets. It was so bad you didn't want to be seen at Saints games. Remember the plastic bag, the paper bags, so people wouldn't even know you went to a Saints game. Over the last 10 years, they have unprecedented success. 13-3. Sean Payton has more 13-3 seasons than the Bucs have, and the Bucs won a damn Super Bowl. He has more 14-win Super Bowl seasons, 14-win seasons than the Bucs. So it was actually worth the investment. You're not guaranteed a Super Bowl at any point. The success and the money that you brought to the franchise, it was worth it. It's just everybody has to pay the price, and now it's the Saints' turn.
My thing with the situation of when my Patriots kept taking money from Peter to pay Paul, we had Brady who could still get the ball down the field. We had a loaded defense, and we had to be honest, I don't know where our money goes on offense. I really don't. I feel like Bill's still in it because who is he paying with this money on offense? But I do straight.
No, Justin, you can't talk. Y'all got 6 Super Bowl rings. Here's the smallest violin for you. World's smallest violin.
But I'm saying we were winning though when we basically took a 4-year plan and went to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. Remember something regular? Right. The Saints started this plan when Breeze couldn't throw anymore. That's my problem. It wasn't like the plan super kicked into place 5-6 years ago and it finally caught up with you. It kicked into place really 2 years ago when you gave Michael Thomas all that money.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
In the Saints, but hold up. In the Saints, they should have played in a Super Bowl with that bad call, so they could have had a chance at 2 Super Bowls.
You're right. In their defense, they should have been in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, Breeze threw a pick in overtime, so life. But
that came after. That came after the worst.
But Sean Payton also should have had. But Sean Payton should have handed the ball off.
Yeah, he should have ran it. He should.
Now it doesn't excuse the call. It does not excuse the call under any circumstance.
If my auntie had nuts, she'd be my uncle. They should have made the call.
and as a coach, I would be going furious if that I'll probably get thrown out the game. But
oh yes,
I'm getting tossed. Just tell me how it ends. But you did this with a plan. You're right. They should have been in the Super Bowl with it. I agree. They would have lost. They played the Patriots, but you would have been in the Super Bowl. You should have been in the Super Bowl, had a chance at it. But you did this plan super short term. Kamara's contract kicks in next season.
Next season.
Michael Thomas' big money starts really next season.
Next season.
Armstead balloon payments is next season.
$17.5 million.
Taysom Hill's $16 million is next season. So you push all the money back to hold a team that was built around one man who couldn't throw a ball past 15 yards. That's my problem. If you would have front loaded everything, you'd have been straight. But you subbed everything back, and now you staring at certain death. Honestly, there's no way around this.
Time to pay the piper.
And the piper is bankrupt.
All right, let's switch gears. Let's go to the AFC. Let's go to Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Did anybody on the podcast think that the Bills had a chance to win that game? Did anybody think?
I wasn't on the podcast, but my Super Bowl prediction early was the Bills. Now, on my own show, I wasn't that dumb. But in the group, I did have the Bills winning that game. I drank the Kool-Aid just a little bit too much, just a tad.
You drunk the twisted tea.
I did.
Twisted tea.
I forgot the Bills couldn't run the ball or pressure the passer or guard Tyreek Hill, who's a living cheetah. I missed on that one. I will take my lump on this one. I missed. The Brady fandom in me was hoping he'd play Josh Allen and not Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, I thought the Bills had a shot. I was wrong. That's my bad.
Hey, I was the same way. I was hoping the Bills would win so the Bucs could beat them. But
hoping against hope.
Yeah, hoping they would win so we could for sure beat them. Now it's like a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew the Chiefs would win. Fuck, now we gotta play the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying?
Now they're gonna be healthy again. But
hopefully Ty Bowles don't walk into the damn stadium
they're
with
not
that
gonna have any tackles. They're not gonna have any tackles. So that's the key.
Thanks.
We coming after them.
Hopefully AB can come back. Hopefully both our safeties can play and not
AB should be fine.
We go both the backup safeties.
Antoine should be back. Whitehead, I don't know what his injury was.
I think he knocked the shoulder out.
Shoulder. No, that was a Whitehead with the shoulder.
Yeah. And y'all know when the award show is? The football award show is that Sunday? Monday?
I think so.
Isn't it the Friday before the Super Bowl?
So it should be Monday, huh?
I thought it was the Friday before the Super Bowl, the Saturday before. One of the two.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead on and take my victory lap right about now. I told y'all, I said that the Bills is one of the better teams in the AFC on this podcast, but I also said Josh Allen was fraudulent. In the last 8 Buffalo Bills games, they beat one playoff team. One. They were okay. They had a good defense. I said they had a good enough running game. But we're talking about the Patrick Mahomes Kansas City Chiefs here, fellas. Y'all talking about, Winfield may be back. AB gonna be back. Does AB play defense? I'm confused. I didn't know he switched the corner because they gonna need that speed on defense.
We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl next podcast, Coach. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl next podcast.
I'm sorry. But
Coach is ready. Coach is ready.
The only thing I want to say to that. Score to the last game we played them was 27-24, right?
What happened in the first quarter?
Exactly. It's a 4-quarter game.
The first quarter Bulls was smoking their dope. That's what happened in the first quarter. Ty Bulls was tripping.
Hey man,
made adjustments
to mine.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey. He was still tripping. You put Tyreek on the island.
Wait, who won? I just curious.
It is what it is.
The game don't matter.
Hey.
The game don't matter no more.
The Saints whooped my ass too in regular season, and we saw how they played.
Okay, good God.
Did the Saints have featured Patrick Mahomes that day?
Nah, they had Patrick Mahomes' little brother. They had Sean Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Sharp Mahomes, I don't know.
I'm confident in the team. That's all I'm gonna say.
But anyway, the game itself. Honestly,
We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl next podcast.
Gotcha.
Say that for the next podcast. I gotta have my dog Wilk in there when we talk about the Super Bowl. Gotta have my dog Wilk.
All right.
Hey, but we're gonna get into our final takes of the day. Basically, just giving your thoughts about any sports situation that's going on in the world. I'm gonna go first just to give y'all time to think a little bit. I'm gonna go with the LeBron foul on Embiid. I think most of y'all said that was soft, but that should have been actually in my eyes that should have been a flagrant too. The fact that he's a superstar player and superstar players should get them kind of calls, but since it was LeBron, they just made it a regular flavor one. But Embiid, that definitely wasn't a flop like you were saying, Justin. Ain't no way Embiid gonna risk his back like that for a flop because he was down hard.
I didn't say he flopped. What I explained was his feet caught LeBron's leg, and that's why it looked a lot worse than it actually was.
Yeah. And LeBron never extended. He just stuck the arm there. It was almost protecting himself from the contact. He didn't extend. He just put his arm there.
In the NBA today, in today's NBA, if there's no play on the ball, if there's no play on the ball, it don't matter what kind of future contact it resulted in. If there's no play on the ball,
they ain't calling no flagrant two on LeBron. You might as well.
I'm about to say, you said the keyword superstars get that call.
That's my point.
LeBron is the ultimate superstar.
That's not gonna happen.
Like I said,
LeBron could have punched that man. They wasn't calling him flagrant.
LeBron could have pulled out the strap like Gilbert, and they'll probably just give him a
like, you go to the bench right now.
Put it away.
They probably try to talk him down.
We'll see you in 5 minutes.
All right, who want to go next? You want to go next, Sal?
I think he froze.
Should have been over about next week, man. What happened?
No, just get Rich. You go next, John Rich. Just give your thoughts on any sports situation that's going on in the world.
Hey, the situation I want to bring light to, man, is high school sports for this year. For anybody that kind of follow it, I know James he coaches well. Man, I really want to give a hats off to any football coach that was successful this year, dog. With anything people had to deal with, and I'm saying high school. That's with college football too, man. With the COVID stuff, bro. You talking about managing, 60 to 100 high school teenage boys who gonna do whatever the hell they want to do as soon as they walk off your field. You talking about managing, 6 to 10, 15 coaches if you got a big coaching staff who got families and do, work outside the school system and do it just all. I mean, it was crazy, man. And for any coach to navigate those waters and even in the off season when you couldn't get the guy, I mean, you played a football season with no real off season. That's crazy. We had coaches doing Zoom workouts for spring training. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really crazy, man. So I really wanted to just give a hats off to and I say any coach that was successful, any coach period, man. Any coach that stuck it out for the season and let their kids get a chance to play and have fun and play on the next level, anything like that. I want to give hats off to all of them, man.
All right, that was pretty good. What about you, Justin?
I got a bone to pick with baseball. So I know it's random. I know it's completely random. I know this is a football podcast, but then you open the door when you say anything. So I got a bone to pick with baseball. How do you have a Hall of Fame induction with no one? I just want that explained to me. I'm so confused. I just want that explained to me. I get. I don't want the Basketball Hall of Fame where if you play 3 good seasons and you make an all-star team, you're in. I don't want it that way. To me, football has it perfectly. It's about 5 to 7 every year. One old dude that you like, oh, he played in the 70s. That's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? That works for me. No one?
Ernie.
Barry Bonds?
Right. That's my case.
Hey,
he should have been
Barry Bonds.
He should have been
Roger Clemens and Kurt Schilling weren't in the Hall of Fame.
That's another one. Y'all gotta let that go. They ain't letting them dudes in there.
Bro, Barry Bonds. Okay, so
he should have been in the day.
if you take Barry Bonds' years without the steroids, he's better than 95% of the dudes in the Hall of Fame.
You're right. Hey, Pete Rose not in the Hall of Fame.
Pete Rose got 4,256 hits.
broke
I
the
know because I
one
looked up this
rule.
morning.
You know
Can't
what I'm saying?
bet on your sport. He broke the
Baseball
one
don't
unbreakable rule.
This man got 4,000.
If you disrespect
4,256
the game,
hits.
you're not going to the Hall in baseball.
It's over with.
Bro,
Hey, there's no proof that Barry Bonds ever disrespected the game of baseball. There's only assumptions. There's only assumptions.
Hey,
even if you take the assumed years out, he's still better than 95% of the dudes in there.
I love Barry Bonds.
Clemens won like what, 8, 9 Cy Youngs?
But your head don't grow. You know what I'm saying?
Why you worrying about that man head? Why you worried?
Don't pitch that man the ball.
I had to pitch him. I don't give a damn me. It was fun to watch. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna say he be like, he ain't that motherfucker. No, he come on now.
Bro, Roger Clemens won like 9 Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
All right, Dantes, you got anything for us?
Yeah, man. Can we finally put the Russell Westbrook as that guy argument to bed? I read a stat today that he scored 136 points on his last 163 shots. Yeah. He's making a point a shot. It's over with, man. There's ever since he left OKC, he finished Houston. Now Paul Bradley Beal looks like he's a hostage now. He just looks so down and depressed. Like if here was a person, it would be Bradley fucking Beal. So
it's worse than a hostage because at least a hostage has hope. He ain't even have hope anymore.
It's over for Westbrook. He's no longer a superstar. I love his heart. I love his intensity. But as that main guy, he is no longer it.
I watched Bradley Beal score 47 points.
Let me explain it for you. People in the group saying the Wizards was losing before Westbrook got there. But what I'm saying is Russell Westbrook was supposed to make them a playoff team.
Exactly.
And nothing ain't happening. Nothing ain't happening.
It's gotten worse.
They can't
stop 3 games all year.
The last 8 games before he got hurt, he was shooting 31% from the field. That's all you need to know.
They're literally worse than the Minnesota Timberwolves, who had Cat missed 2.5 weeks with COVID, and I don't think D'Angelo Russell plays basketball anymore. They're worse than them.
What happened to Russell? That's a different.
I have no idea. Seriously,
I can tell you exactly what happened to him. If you give me $100 million, I'm not doing everything at work anymore. I am not performing my duties. 100? Shit, you lucky I show the fuck up. Take it.
All right, Sap. Ready, Sap?
Oh man, we kind of talked about it before, but we got to get Bradley Beal out of Washington, man. He got to get out. He got to get in a better situation.
Get LaVine out of Chicago.
Somebody save this man from Washington because it's bad. You're not going anywhere. We have a lot of respect easily. And
it's depressing.
It's very depressing. Like, who wants to go to Washington? Who wants to be there?
Bradley Beal has the NBA record. He's the first player in history to lose 10 games when he scores 40 points.
That's bad, man.
The man scored 47.
Michael Jordan would have had that. Michael Jordan would have had that by now.
I'm a Pelicans fan. We suck. Bradley Beal scored 47 points, and that game was never in danger at all. I never felt concerned. I was like, oh, look at Bradley Beal getting his rocks off. The rest of y'all suck. But look at Bradley Beal going crazy.
We'll take him in LA.
The only thing good about Bradley Beal this year, he will be on the All-Star team. And he will be all NBA this year. He got the respect that he been looking for. He will be on the All-Star team. He will be all NBA this year. So shout out to Bradley Beal.
There's no reason a man who scored 47 points against the Pelicans should be out the game depressed with 2 minutes. It just shouldn't happen.
Go look at last year. He scored 57 in a 15-point loss.
True. Yeah, I remember that one.
I would have stopped playing basketball. I would have just walked off. I'm done. You can
free Bradley Beal, man. Free Bradley Beal till it's back.
You can have this jersey. I I got $150 million in the bank. I'm cool. Like you, don't worry about it. Like,
all right, Charles. Nice to have y'all. Next Friday is the Super Bowl podcast. That's when we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. You know, my dog.
Coach, you ready?
Hopefully he be on.
I'll
Shout
be
out.
here.
I'm ready for that one.
I'm in too.
Yeah, like I was telling Justin, I think that was me and you talking, Justin.
Cover one, I'm ready.
When me and you were saying it don't matter what game we get for the Super Bowl, we know it's gonna be a good one.
No, it's gonna be fire.
It won't.
Yeah.
It won't. It won't.
Okay, Coach. Okay.
We're gonna be the
2 words: mud hole. Y'all can fill in the rest.
Come on, man.
2 words. Goat Brady.
Okay. Hey, dang.
I ate lamb the other night. That shit delicious.
It ain't goat. It's a
There
little
you go. Yeah, there you go.
Halal.
All right, y'all. We're gonna holler at y'all. Y'all, I'm gonna have this posted probably Sunday morning or Saturday, probably Sunday morning, since they ain't got no football Sunday. So I probably post this podcast Sunday morning.
All right.
All right, boss.
All right,
Bless up, fellas.
Oh yeah, y'all have a blessing.